Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for inviting me today at Agri Malaysia 2024. Today we're gonna talk about a very important subject, not only for Malaysia, but for all humanity. It's about the future of agriculture. How balanced plant nutrition would enhance human health and environmental sustainability. Just to understand what we are going to talk about, it's about innovative agriculture, how to link human health and plant nutrition, and actually that human health is dependent on plant nutrition. Back in May 2023, I have announced and introduced the philosophy that connects human health and immunity directly to plant nutrition. I also, back in 2017, introduced the term eco-friendly fertilizer, which is identify the impact of the fertilizer rather than the material used to manufacture a fertilizer. In this vision, we are connecting the entire food supply from soil, including fertilizer application, all the way to human health. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, wa fil ardi ayatin lil muqinin. Further to understand who is talking to you, my name is Mohamed Helal, a visionary ecopreneur in sustainable agriculture, soil scientist with 25 years in experience in pioneering sustainable agriculture. Coined the term eco-friendly and co-founded Gizatec. Gizatec is actually, we are trying to reshape global agriculture with innovative eco-friendly solutions, especially fertilizers that promote human health and environmental sustainability. Why do we need balanced plant nutrition? Why it is essential after this post-pandemic world? Balanced nutrition improves resilience in crops and ensure high quality nutritious food. Post-pandemic food system must prioritize balanced plant nutrition to support human health and sustainability. فكلوا مما رزقكم الله حلالا طيبا واشكروا نعمة الله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون. Balanced nutrition improve health and immunity in Malaysia. Balanced plant nutrition in agriculture has profound effects on food quality, which directly influence human and animal immunity. In Malaysia, enhancing the nutritional quality of stable crops like rice and palm oil is key to improving national health outcomes. Healthier animals provide better nutrition, directly influencing human health and immunity. Animals grown at a low level of health and immunity through their life cycle cannot be considered as quality food for humans. We can never consider a bird. Yeah, we have talked here about the post-pandemic when animal health. Also, animals that's grown in a low health and immunity, we cannot consider it as a good food for human if it did not have good healthy life during its life cycle. How it's gonna transfer that to human? High plants health and immunity throughout their life cycle, produce higher quality fodder for animals and higher quality food for humans. Balanced fertilization programs are the key for plant health and immunity throughout its life cycle. It's very important to understand the importance of balanced nutrition, because at the lowest level of any nutrient, the crop cannot go up. For example, if you have a deficiency in calcium, the crop cannot go up more than this, or phosphorus, or any nutrient. We know all essential nutrients. They are all of the same importance. You can't say that nitrogen or phosphorus are more important than boron or zinc just because the plant absorbs more of it. We cannot say that. Any nutrient that we are applying to our plant in durian, palm, or any plant here, it's in one of these stages. It's either in a deficient optimum stage or starting at toxicity. So we always have to make sure we are at optimum level of nutrition, not to get a deficient in this nutrient or toxicity, even hidden toxicity of this nutrient. Why balanced nutrition or fertilization is crucial for Malaysian agriculture? Balanced fertilization program should be designed. Balanced fertilization program should be designed carefully to ensure plant health and immunity throughout the season, which would lead to the optimum yield in quality and quantity. Why balanced fertilization matters? The main purpose should be to produce food of high quality that contributes mainly to improve human health and immunity. Key factors of success in fertilization program. I'm sure that most of these factors, highly professionals are trying to go through them. Possibly regular farmers are doing some of them. Before we do a successful fertilization program, we have to understand the crop variety and expected yield. We can't just fertilize a plant without knowing what is the expected yield. Soil fertility and nutrient level. We have to understand our nutrition level in the soil. Get soil analysis and plant analysis from time to time if it is our first time to grow this crop in this region. Water quality and availability. What are we doing to our water? Are we all depending on rainwater? Do we actually re-irrigate it in sometimes? Weather conditions and forecast. Potential disease and pest threats. Availability of eco-friendly fertilizer, which is very crucial to ensure a success of a fertilization program, as we're going to see later on. This is a soil map of Malaysia. This is a soil map of Malaysia. There is a variety of soils from north to south and from east to west, but all of them, as we all know, are acidic soils. Regardless of where you are, you should consider designing a balanced fertilization program that suits your soil. Optimizing Malaysia agriculture through soil testing. Soil testing helps determine the nutrient levels and deficiency in the soil. It helps in designing a balanced fertilization program tailored to specific need of the crop and soil. Regular soil testing helps track changes in soil fertility over time and adjust fertilization programs accordingly. Actually, after if you are new to the area, but after a while you can understand what's going on in your soil, and you can design the fertilization program easier with a consultant that's close to you. Soil testing is also help in monitoring the environmental impact of fertilization programs. Soil amendments is very important for acidic soils in Malaysia. It improves soil physical, chemical, and biological fertility, which is actually, as we all know, excess application of urea plus acidic soil kills almost all possibility of microbial activity in the soil. It's very important to cut down our urea application and ensure to improve soil physical, chemical, and biological fertility, because by microbial application, microbial activity in the soil is our only way to get a healthy plant. Reduce the use of chemical fertilizer like urea and may cover plant needs of several nutrients. We actually will talk to you later about how we can do this with an eco-friendly nitrogen fertilizer. Realize soil nutritional balance, supply plant with nutrients, and ensures sustainable availability to plant throughout the season. What are the factors affecting balanced fertilization programs? Balanced fertilization programs should be designed by professionals not only based on the crop variety, expected yield, soil fertility, water quality, but also based on forecasted weather condition and possible disease or pest that might affect the crop. Even after doing all this, once we start applying our fertilizer, whether it is chemical, it's organic, from wherever you're bringing it, each nutrient will have a different fate that we cannot know what is going on. So we pre-design a balanced nutritional program, a balanced fertilization program. We start our application, nutrients either volatilize, fix, leach, go into toxicity. We cannot predict this. Whatever final balance coming to the plant is much different from what we initially planned for our plants, which is, as a result, it's unable to fight against changes in climatic condition, unable to fight against disease or different attack that might happen to the plant, which is a result for many crop protection products that is across all the show is using just to cover up on the unbalanced nutrition. Balanced nutrition is the only way for building inner immunity and inner health of the plant. Factors affecting balanced fertilization programs. Choosing the right type of fertilizer are the main reason to ensure the success of the fertilization program in covering plant nutrients in a balanced way. Why eco-friendly fertilizer? Why do we actually have to go to this term? What happened? Using fertilizers that are not eco-friendly, maybe chemical or organic. We don't know what's going on with that chemical. Sometimes it's a chemical fertilizer, but no harm from it. Sometimes it's organic, but it's harmful for our soil and our plant. So the term eco-friendly is more useful for farmers to identify, is that actually going to give me the balanced fertilization? So applying a non-eco-friendly fertilizer, okay, may cause denitrification, which is the volatilization of nitrogen, nutrients volatilization, fixation, and leaching. And nutrients interaction, which is a very big problem that we cannot predict what's going on. And then lots of plant physiological problems will occur and we do not know how to solve it. And then we are in a dilemma all the season. That results in an unbalanced nutrition in plant, even if initial balanced fertilization program is there. Eco-friendly fertilizer, a sustainable future for Malaysia. Oh, yeah. Eco-friendly fertilizers are fertilizers that, when applied more than needed, would not cause any hidden toxicity. And this is very important. Not all toxicity we are able to predict. It would not cause any hidden toxicity effect on plant or soil, or any negative nutrient interaction that mean the environment would resist the mistakenly excess application of fertilizer. It's crucial for our crops to do that. Why eco-friendly fertilizers? Using eco-friendly fertilizers would result in a much more nutrients balance that is much closer to originally planned balanced fertilization program, which would never happen otherwise, because we cannot predict what is getting leached, what's getting fixed, what's volatilized, what's causing hidden toxicity, interaction with other nutrients. Benefits of eco-friendly fertilizer. Eco-friendly fertilizer are resisting the soil condition with high efficacy when applied less than needed, would not easily get lost in air, fixed in soil, or leached in the groundwater and causing groundwater contamination, which is a big problem in Malaysia that is actually affecting possible drinking water for animals and for humans. Balanced fertilization. Balanced fertilization program would not easily lead to a balanced plant nutrition without using eco-friendly fertilizer. This is a very good statement that we need to keep in our mind. Benefit of balanced fertilization program: improve plant growth and yield, enhance crop quality and nutrition, increase plant resistance to environmental stressors, improve plant health and immunity, higher quality feed for animals, higher quality food for human, contribute to improving human health and immunity. How fertilization practices affect climate change? This is important for audience from government. Balanced fertilization can reduce greenhouse gas emission in Malaysia, contributing to climate resilience. Sustainable practices ensure both agriculture productivity and environmental protection. Fertilization effect on climate change. Climate change as affected by imbalanced fertilization versus balanced fertilization. Just for audience who actually not aware, what are we talking about? We're talking about greenhouse gas emission that coming from CO2 emission from the farm, methane emission. 1 ton of methane emission equal actually 21 tons of CO2 emission. 1 ton of CO2 is 1 carbon credit. N2O emission is actually equal to 300 tons of carbon. I've seen some gentlemen here talking about carbon credits and selling it to farms. I'll try farms to sell carbon credits. It's another source of income, important source of income for Malaysian farmer, reducing carbon emission and get paid by selling carbon credits. Imbalanced fertilization effect on climate change. How imbalanced fertilization affect on climate change? This first one, actually using unfriendly nitrogen fertilizer production, like production of urea and ammonium nitrate, itself contribute to climate change just by producing the product and before using it in the factory. After that, after applying to the soil, it actually, what is affecting this climate change? Poor soil fertility, rice paddies fertilization, and poor drainage condition. Right away will emit N2O, 310 times CO2 emission. Nitrogen fertilizer application in soil, in poor soil condition, manure application, cattle poor feed This is also about the emission, about the emission from cattle itself by eating poor quality feed that actually was fed with the wrong fertilizer. So poor fodder quality from imbalanced fertilization also cause methane emission. In this region, in South Asia and East Asia together, it consumes about 1/3 of world consumption of nitrogen. That's a lot. Malaysian fertilizer market, which is contributing more into this environmental change. The base and diversification of Malaysia's food needs will require the region's farmer to increase agricultural production and yields, which boost fertilizer demand. Otherwise, the subcontinent of Southeast Asia economic growth potential will remain stunted. In most Southeast Asia countries, the extension of agriculture require deforestation of large areas, which will cause unfavorable climate changes. We have to increase fertilizer input to increase production instead of deforesting larger areas. Balanced fertilization effect on climate change. It will cause carbon sequestration, soil organic matter increase, nitrate emission reduction, methane emission reduction, as we have explained it in previous slides. Harmful effect of unfriendly fertilizers. Unfriendly fertilizers have aided farmers in increasing crop production since 1930, almost a century. While unfriendly fertilizers have their place increasing plant nutrients in adverse weather conditions or during times when plants need additional nutrients, there are also several harmful effects of unfriendly fertilizers. Harmful effect of unfriendly fertilizer. Some of the harm of unfriendly fertilizer may cause waterway pollution, which is very common in Malaysia, chemical burn of crops, increased greenhouse gas emission and air pollution, acidification of the soil, and mineral depletion of the soil, which is all a common, problems in Malaysia. Comparing the eco-friendly fertilizer or unfriendly fertilizer for farmers. Eco-friendly fertilizer, it has no residual effect, while unfriendly fertilizer, residual effect is expected. Eco-friendly fertilizer does not need high accuracy from farmers when used, while the unfriendly fertilizer need very high accuracy when used, otherwise a harmful effect will happen. No harm if used more than needed with a limit. Here it is harmful effect may occur when used more than needed in unfriendly fertilizers. An eco-friendly fertilizer effective if used less than recommended. An unfriendly fertilizer not effective if used less than recommended. Very simple. The favorite fertilizer, that's a term added by Gizatec to understand what kind of fertilizer. You'll find lots of YouTube lectures for me talking about the favorite fertilizer. And the favorite fertilizer is the economical, eco-friendly fertilizer used for sustainable improvement of soil fertility and balanced supply of plant nutrients to produce optimized quality food that improves human health. The favorite fertilizer for climate change, we're going to talk about the environmental pollution. the contribution that agriculture contributes considerably to nitrous oxide productivity through denitrification is a serious problem, because this gas contributes to destruction of ozone layer in the atmosphere that protects against ultraviolet radiation, as greenhouse gas emission of 1 ton equal to 1 ton of nitrous oxide equal to 300 tons of carbon emission. Since pollution of the environment should be minimized, governments are trying to control the unavoidable negative effect by special law that control this. In Canada, already there is laws out. Where am I from? In Canada, there is a law out that actually limits application of urea for farmers. Plant environmental immunity. The favorite fertilizer and environmental physiology. Examples of improved resistance of well-nourished plants to adverse climatic factors. Resistant to drought, a better supply of potassium improves their water utilization, and phosphorus encourages early root growth and so ensures better survival in dry spells. The favorite fertilizer and plant environmental physiology. Resistant to frost and cold, increased by a better supply of potassium, phosphorus, and some micronutrients, manganese, copper. Resistant to ultraviolet radiation, a good supply of zinc counteracts radiation-induced destruction of growth regulator. The favorite fertilizer and plant protection. The damaging effect of plant disease and pest controls cannot be completely eliminated simply by supplying abundant and balanced plant nutrition, but in many cases, they can be contained and reduced to a lower level. Examples include better resistance to some insect pests resulting from a good supply of potassium as a result of better mechanical protection and decrease in cell constituent attracts to insects. Better resistance to fungal attack resulting from a good supply of boron improves soil fertility, also seem to reduce soil fertility also seem improved soil fertility also seem to result in soil fungi producing a better supply of antibiotics, which protect plants against some bacterial disease. Further research is certainly needed in the border area between plant nutrition and plant protection, with the aim of minimizing the need of protective spray. Building the inner immunity of the plant is the key. The favorite fertilizer and food quality. Indirectly, by improving plant health, especially resistant to adverse climatic factors, disease and pests. Directly, by increasing the content of essential and beneficial organic and mineral nutrients in food and fodder. Negatively, through their incorrect or imbalanced use, or by the involuntary addition of toxic substances, which does not happen when using the favorite fertilizer. Aspect of food and fodder quality. Market value depending on easily recognizable external characteristics such as cleanliness and absence of decay. Furthermore, like the content of protein, sugar for processing industry, nutritional value, comparison, the taste, smell, which is difficult to recognize, important organic and mineral nutritional constituent, and absence of undesirable or even dangerous toxic substances. The favorite fertilizer in health. Although the fertilizer induced increase in the content of essential food constituents does not necessarily signify that fertilizer improve health, it seems nevertheless to be so. Before the advent of fertilizer use, deficiency disease in farm animals and humans were widespread, like bone weaknesses due to lack of phosphorus, vitamin deficiencies due to inadequate plant nutrition, diseases in grazing livestock due to deficiencies of copper and cobalt, for example. Furthermore, some virus and bacterial disease seem to have diminished in their inactive capacity as a result of improved nutrition. The considerable increase in human life expectancy must also be attributed in part, at least, to having more and better food stemming in turn from fertilizer. Sustainable agriculture practices. Sustainable agriculture practices prioritize environmental and social responsibility in agriculture. This includes using eco-friendly fertilizer and other inputs, reducing waste and pollution, conserving resources, and supporting local communities. Sustainable agriculture practices contribute to long-term food security, human health, and environmental sustainability. The link between food quality and human health. Human health and immunity are closely linked to the quality of food consumed. Balanced fertilization programs improve plant health and nutrition, lead to higher quality food for human and animals. High quality food contains essential nutrients such as zinc, vitamin C, which support human health and immunity. Conclusion of introduction. Balanced fertilization programs are essential for improving plant health and immunity, which leads to higher quality food for animal and human. Choosing eco-friendly fertilizer and designing fertilization program tailored to specific needs of crops and soil can help ensure balanced nutrient supply and environmental sustainability. Sustainable agriculture practice prioritize environmental and social responsible in agriculture, contributing to long-term food security, human health, and environmental sustainability. Those are our research partners in Gizatec, in Egypt, National Research Center, Cairo University, Agricultural Research Center, in Belgium, Ghent University, Spain, University of Cordoba, Canada, University of British Columbia, University of Saskatchewan, Chinese Academy in China of Agricultural Science, and Yangzhou University. The philosophy and global research innovation. My philosophy, I believe that human health and environmental sustainability are linked to balanced plant nutrition. This vision integrates eco-friendly fertilizer into global food chain, promoting healthier crops, sustainable agriculture, and improved human immunity. My global research cooperation are across different universities around the world. In business innovation, as an ecopreneur, derived sustainable agricultural solution across the globe, Gizatec have contributed and exported its product to different markets, including China, Europe, and Middle East. Understanding the favorite fertilizer, V-Grow, fluid fertilizer that we are introducing to Malaysian market. What is V-Grow products? You are welcome to visit our booths and learn more about these products. The favorite fertilizer, V-Grow, general features and benefits. It optimizes yield quality, marketing features, maximize nutrient and fertilizer use efficiency, enhance nutrients uptake, redistribution and utilization efficiency, develop plant immune system and tolerance toward stressful conditions, help in balancing plant physiological mechanisms. V-Grow fertilizer create optimum condition for plant absorption, redistribution, and utilization of nutrients. Support the plant throughout the growing season and under stressful environmental conditions. General benefits and features, it actually increase early crop maturity and prolong shelf life of the produce, increase number of flowers, fruits, and reduces premature shedding, optimize yield quality, marketing feature, maximize nutrients and fertilizer use efficiency, enhance nutrients uptake, redistribution, and utilization efficiency, develop plant immune system and tolerance toward stressful conditions, supply plant with natural plant-derived growth stimulations, help in balancing plant physiological mechanism, supply plant with energy and increase photosynthesis rate, help in developing an effective root system. I'll possibly start our market here by introducing V-Grow nitrogen and Gizatec, which is a mixed micronutrient and nitrogen fertilizer. Features of V-Grow nitrogen. It realizes balanced nutrition. This is a miracle product for farmers in Malaysia because it helped them get all the benefit of urea, eliminating all the hazard effect of applying urea. V-Grow nitrogen realized plant balanced nutrition, ensured no accumulation of nitrate, and it's all transformed into amino acid once applied, balanced shoot and root growth with balanced flowering. You can never have this with any nitrogen fertilizer. V-Grow nitrogen that have no nitrate accumulation would result in a vigorous vegetative growth, proper absorption of phosphorus and root formation, proper balance absorption of other nutrients, balanced plant physiological mechanisms. Nitrogen fertilizer is even friendly to nitrogen-fixing bacteria. You can easily apply it to grapes, apply it to crops during flowering stage, applying to legumes. So you can add it to vegetables, vegetative grass, flowering, fruit set, fruiting before harvest, even in forbidden times of grapes or durian or any crop you are growing. Also, you can apply it in legumes. No negative effect on nitrogen-fixing bacteria. It's the only fertilizer in the world that can do that. This is the application Bermo. I think we can transfer it to acre. So it's almost like 1-2 liters per acre that you can apply it on possibly bi-weekly or weekly basis. You can mix with pesticide, or you can also apply in fertigation or foliar application. Micronutrients, Gizatec. Description of Gizatec. Balanced fluid micronutrients fertilizer. that stimulate for all field crops, vegetable, fruits crops, and landscape. It have the balanced nutrition of manganese, zinc, and copper. Giza Fertile supply plant with complete balance needed of micronutrients in bioavailable form, improve crop quality, and prolong shelf life of the produce. Realize vigorous vegetative growth, strengthen fruit set, speed ripening, and increase yield. Helps in chlorophyll building and works in supplying plants with energy, balance hormonal system, active enzyme reaction, and improve plant immunity. Has neutral effect and fast foliar absorption, increase plant capacity to resistance, salinity, and drought, improve plant capacity to resist salinity and drought. And this is application doses in different crops, different vegetable crops, almost like 1 liter per acre in most of the crops. And this is like a fertilization program. Paper, cucumber. The power of chelation with fulvic and humic acid. This graph shows how it's more superior that actually using fulvic acid extracted from certain crop. What's the difference between what is coming from manure, from wheat, and from clover, and how we carefully choose the fulvic or humic acid to chelate several micronutrients. Each and every micronutrient have a chain or a family of fulvic and humic acid that's suitable for its productivity. That's a very detailed technical that we can save it to a more technical, presentation. Agrite, which is a powder soil amendment and fertilizer. Again, the most important soil problem in Malaysia is acidity. Ensuring that we are solving this problem is the way to solve most of the problems we have in Malaysian agriculture. In Agrite, it's a slow-release soil amendments for optimum soil fertility, and it improves several nutrients, provides several nutrients to the plant, macronutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, calcium, magnesium, micronutrients, beneficial elements, water absorbents, and neutralizers. Also to build soil structure, which is very important here. Features and benefits: improve soil physical, chemical, and biological fertility, reduce the use of chemical fertilizer, and cover plant needs of phosphorus, realize soil nutritional balance, supply plant with nutrients, and ensure sustainable availability to plant throughout the season. Using of soil amendment from Agrite improve plant physiological and biological activities, germination time, formation of strong roots and shoots, activate flowering buds, strengthen fruit set, early maturity, and yield quality. Features and benefits of Agrite: it limits plant fungal disease, which widespread here, nematodes, and wilting. Also, biomineral fertilizer for clean agriculture, improve soil structure, enhance air-water balance. Application of Agrite soil amendments prepares proper soil bed and seedling bed, controls soil acidity in root zone with high buffering capacity. The product we are introducing to Malaysia is Agrite Phos that actually supply phosphorus while controlling soil pH at the same time. This product never came to Malaysia before. In my next presentation, hopefully within this upcoming 6 months, it's going to be somewhere here in Malaysia. I'll let you know through social media. Please follow us on Gizatec social media and Facebook to know where it's going to be. We're going to talk about determination of the soil properties of acidic soil. The purpose, application, and interaction of various determination are presented in this section. Giza fertilizer manufacturing overview. In Giza fertilizer, we do proper raw material selection, preparation, mixing and formulation and packing. Raw material selection are from optimum quality, efficacy to soil and plant is very important, bioavailable, eco-friendly, low in heavy metal impurities. We also source from several plants, legumes, cereal, natural additives, low molecular weight, humic and fulvic acid and organic acid, minerals, mined minerals for silicon, calcium, magnesium, potassium, phosphate, and micronutrients, microorganisms, and organically chelated micro and secondary nutrients like iron, copper, manganese, zinc, calcium, and magnesium. Preparation, raw material then get prepared using one of the following: treatment at Gizatec or at preparation partner, drying, physical grinding, neutralization, hydrolysis, fermentation, microbial incubation, sterilization, and humidification. In Gizatec, we have introduced this term into English, humidification process. This video talks about phosphate preparation. I hope it works here. It shows phosphate. Oh, video is not working, but it shows phosphate coming from the mine and how it's being treated before sold to ensure longer availability of phosphate. This is a bacteria reproduction farm. It's especially for reproducing bacteria in the process of producing fertilizer. General constituents used are easy absorbable nutrients, chelated natural micro and secondary nutrients, minerals, organic acids, amino acids, vitamins, natural growth regulators derived from plant sources, enzymes, carbohydrates, complex sugar, immunity enhancing constituents, various plant-derived supplements. Then come the mixing according to desired formula and based on the soil and plant types, market and regulation. Can be done at Gizatec or at manufacturing partner. Mixing having chemical, physical, and biological in an eco-friendly way. Chelation happen and in powder and liquid form. Packing happen at origin with Gizatec or partner or on the market. Powders are packed in 50 kilograms and we have several packs of liquid. Double branding might be accepted according to local required label and design. Thank you very much for listening. And this is my WeChat ID. You can just write Gizatec and you can reach me with WeChat. This is my email address, mohammed@gizatec.com. And thank you for listening and looking forward for any questions that you might have. Thank you.
I'm very particular about the shelf life of your products. Do you really specify a certain shelf life?
Well, we by law we have to specify. By law we have to specify shelf life, yeah,
Okay.
of the product, yeah.
What's your normal shelf life?
For which product, the powder or liquid?
Both. The powder
Well,
and the liquid.
yeah, for powder, start from 3 to 5 years. For liquid, from 2.5 years to 3 years.
Okay, that's very long, yeah.
Okay.
What about chemical fertilizers? What is their normal shelf life?
It depends, you know. We don't produce chemical fertilizer, but it depends. You know, some of it is very low, like urea. It's not that long.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of it stay for longer, because after that there is changing happening in the material. Yeah. Yeah. This one, it's also ready to use right away, in a liquid form. You don't.
No dilution.
Yeah. No, you need dilution, of course. It's very concentrated. Yeah. Yeah. Ready to use after dilution.
After dilution.
For the liquid. For the powder, you can add directly to the soil.
Okay. Yeah, let me have a look at it on some of my plants that I have, you know.
Sure.
And if I've got any feedback, I'll write to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here you go. Thank you. Go. This one.